Hello. One of the last things you want to see when you inspect your onions are onions that have bolted. Check this out. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 onions bolted. These are all red skins, this end of the bed. It's a variety called Red Baron. They're grown from sets. So what's to be done? What's to be done? Well, I've had this for a number of years where onions have bolted, they've gone to seed, and I've asked your advice and got numerous suggestions. One suggestion is to just do nothing. Let them go to seed. Let them produce this seed head, let them produce seed. You've even suggested I might want to use the seed. I ain't going to do that. I'm not going to do that. One other suggestion was, well, why not just take them now as green onions? You're not going to get a bulb onion now they've bolted, now they've gone to seed. Take them as green onions and eat them now. I have done that in the past, but I'm not going to do that either. What I'm minded to do is to pinch out these seed heads, let the onions grow on to maturity, and see if I can get any usable onion at the end of the growing season. Why am I minded to do that? Why am I choosing that? Well, because of a little experiment I conducted some years ago, where I actually grew onions that had bolted, pinched the seed head out, let them grow to maturity, harvested them, then dissected them at harvest time on the kitchen table. What I'm going to show you now, I'm betting you've never seen this before. I hadn't. It blew me away. In fact, I think I kept repeating myself, I've never seen this before, because I hadn't. And I'm betting you haven't either, unless you've seen that video. So I'm going to cut you to that video now. And yeah, I think what I'll be doing is pinching these out and letting these onions grow to maturity. Watch the video, come back to me, let me know what your intentions are if you have onions that bolt, onions that go to seed prematurely. Yeah, come back, let us all know what your plan is. Enjoy the rest of the video. Right, let me cut you to that video now. How I came to shoot this video was, we talked about onions going to seed before, over the years, and I'd had various comments back, and some of the commenters were saying, well, why do you pull them out? Because that's something I always do. Why do you pull them out? Well, to give the other onions room to develop, and I don't want the seed. Yeah, but if you grow them on, you'll get some onion. Well, that was news to me. I thought once an onion had gone to seed, that was it, finished. You were not getting any onion. So I grew 2 of them on. They'd gone to seed, nipped the seed head out, just let them grow on. At the end of the year, when I harvested all the onions, I harvested those 2 as well. Brought them in the kitchen, sliced them in half. Hey, check this out. Check this out. It had me lost for words, it really had. Over the years, I have onions that have gone to seed. You've had onions that have gone to seed. We've got to make a decision, haven't we? What are we going to do with those onions that have gone to seed? Well, my usual response to onions that have gone to seed is to pull them out, believing that I'm not going to get anything at the end of the year. I'm not going to get a bulb onion, and I don't want the onion seeds, and so I pull them out in the belief that that leaves more room in the bed for the other onions to develop. But this year I've been convinced by some subscribers and visitors alike that another approach might be just to pinch the seed head out, let the onion grow on, and we would get some usable onion at the end of the growing season, at the end of the year. Well, we're going to find out if that's true now, and we're going to find out if that's something that we might want to do in the future, rather than just pull the onions out, pinch the seed head out, let them go to, let the onion grow on, if it will grow on, see if it'll produce a bulb onion, and see how much usable onion we can get from that bulbed onion. Okay, so that's what we would have got had this not gone to seed. Okay, that's a nice onion, isn't it? And just by way of comparison, let me get you these. These are a couple of store-bought onions. As you can see, they're still in their wrapping. So that's the size of onion you're getting when you're buying store-bought onions. That's the size of onion you can get when you grow them yourself from seed. Okay, these onions were grown from seed. I've no idea what that was grown from. I'm fairly confident it was grown from seed as well. So we grew from seed this year, and this is what we got. This is a couple of my onions that I grew this year, and this is a couple that bolted, that went to seed. So I'm going to move this off the table now. We're going to top and tail these onions, and these two particular onions, the ones that have gone to seed, we're going to split them. We're going to see how much onion we can get from them. Now I know that that is all onion. There's no waste there. Once I take this top off, there's no waste there. So we won't be splitting these onions, just these onions. Okay, let's do that. Let's take these off the table. Let's bring the chopping board on, and let's open these two onions up that have gone to seed. Okay, pop that one there. I'll do this one first. Have you had a good year growing your onions? I've done really well, really well. I've grown some winter onions, and I've grown some onions through spring and summer. Yeah, I had a good return this year, growing from seed. Right, let's split this guy open, shall we? In fact, no, what we'll do, we'll pop in there and top this one as well. Hello Tess, I've got the dogs with me today. Come round here. Come here. This is Tess. Can you see Tess? I hope you can. Onions, you don't like these. Come here Dotty. This is Dotty. Can you see Dotty? You don't like onions either, Dotty. Fern, come here. Come here Fern. Come here lass. Good girl. Come here. What's this? And this is Fern. Come here. I'm not too sure if we've got Fern in shot. Anyway, we've got the dogs with us for the next few days. Molly's keeping her head down. She doesn't like onions, so we might not see Molly. Oh. Now then, this guy's split into two. Actually, when you look at this, and somebody mentioned this to me, and to be honest, I must admit, I was a bit dubious of what I'd heard, a bit sceptical really of what I'd heard. But this is going to prove that what that person told me was absolutely correct. And I didn't know that till I started taking this skin off. How about that? That's where the seed stalk grew. It's not growing through the centre of the onion. It's growing up the side, look. How good is that? Now I suspect this is waste, but all this is onion. I didn't know that. I always expected this to grow straight through the middle of the onion. Now that might make it worthwhile, just letting these onions grow on. That looks like quite a sizable bulb onion now, doesn't it? And the stem is off to the side. How about that? That is the first time I've seen that. The first time I've seen that. Okay, let's, I'll just tidy this board up a bit because there's a bit of dirt getting on it. Okay, we'll split this guy first and see what we've got. Now it looks as though the stem for this onion that had bolted has gone down the middle. So perhaps it can be one or the other. It looks as though we've got both here. I'm going to split this, we're going to have a look. That's if I don't cut myself in the process. Ready? Well, there it is, right down the middle. Look at that. And that onion is about hollowed out, isn't it? What looks like that is an avocado, or when you take the stone out, there's a big hole in the middle. I can't recall, there's something looks like that. But look at that. There's a seed stem right down the middle. Right in the middle. And that onion's hollow. So we're going to get absolutely zilch. Nothing from that onion. But hey, look at this guy. Now the problem is they both look the same growing in the bed, and I couldn't tell whether these two onions would look like this when they came out, which is what I expected, or would actually get one like that, which is what I didn't expect. Come on. What would we do? What would you do? Would you let them go to seed? Would you let them bolt in the hope that you would get some of these? Or would you pull them out in the assumption you'd probably get lots of these? What would you do? That's unbelievable, isn't it? That I've never seen before. I've seen this, I've never seen that. I've never seen this hollowing out before. There's usually onion, but there's no onion here, but there's lots of onion here. Well, blow me down. That's got me beat. That has got me beat. What about you? Have you ever seen that before? I've never seen that before. Never seen an onion throwing the seed head up from its side. It's always come through the middle. But hey, we learn something, don't we? And I guess only by pinching those two onions out and letting them grow on, that was the only way I would find this out. I've never seen it before. Have you? Have you ever seen this before? I've never seen this before. Am I labouring a point now? I think I am, and I'm doing that because I'm gobsmacked. Hey, how about that? How about that? I did not expect that. I didn't expect. Have you ever seen anything like that? Have you ever? I hadn't. Blimey. Well, first off, I hope your onions don't bolt and go to seed this year. Second off, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out. Wow, that was totally unexpected.